And hello and welcome everyone to another edition of the Daily 8 here on the News 8 Live Desk. I'm Phil Penarski, hoping you all are having a great start to your Thursday. As always, we have a very busy slate for you, so let's get straight into our very first story of the top 8 stories for you today. And we start off with a major update in the murder of Heather Kelly, a mother of 8 from Kalamazoo who was last seen alive back in December of 2022. Carlos Watts, Kelly's former boyfriend, was formally charged with her death on Monday. Cell phone data shows that Watts was actually walking away from the area where Kelly's car was eventually found by authorities, and that car had samples of Kelly's blood both on the driver and passenger seats of the vehicle. Watts will also escape police custody during his initial questioning of Kelly's disappearance before being arrested again after a standoff in Battle Creek. A probable cause conference has been scheduled for July 23rd. And we also have an update out of Three Rivers, where police have identified a body that was found underneath a porch last Friday morning. The body was of 41-year-old Nicole Wood, who had previously been reported missing and had not been seen since July 7th. A cause of death has yet to be released. Police say that there is no threat to the greater community at this time, but that they are investigating Wood's death as suspicious. And now for a story that we're working on today. A Caledonia man has been arrested for what the Kent County Sheriff's Office has called an alcohol for sex scheme. The man's name has not yet been released by authorities, but they say the 42-year-old Caledonia resident would buy alcohol and vapes for teenage girls in exchange for sex or nude photos. The investigation started after the Sheriff's Office received a tip that a 17-year-old had sex with the suspect. A search warrant was done on his home yesterday, and the man was eventually taken into custody. The man will be arraigned later today on 5 felony charges. Our very own Megan Bunchman will have more on this story coming up in our evening newscasts. Switching gears a bit now as we head to Rockford, where PFAS had recently been detected in the area several years after the chemical contamination was first exposed in the area. State and local officials will be present at a town hall meeting later tonight at Rockford High School to answer the public's questions on the matter. This comes after an investigation by Eagle that found contamination actually caused certain types of cancers, or that they were linked together. We have a map of some of those impacted areas on woodtv.com, and how you can even test your water to see if it has been contaminated as well. The Coast Guard had a busy day on Lake Erie Wednesday as crews had to rescue a naked kayaker from the waters. According to the Coast Guard, they received a call of a man who was stranded on a water intake crib. He had been kayaking in the lake before then, and then his kayak had eventually capsized, leaving him to seek shelter on that water intake crib. A crew went out there to save him and brought him back to shore. His condition is unknown at this time, and the Coast Guard did not specify why exactly he was naked in the first place. And today is Thursday, which means it's time to take a look at your weekend planner. Always important to have something lined up to enjoy your time off. Your West Michigan Whitecaps are taking on the Dayton Dragons for a 3-game series starting tonight. Each of those games will feature some of your favorite superheroes in attendance as well. Muskegon Bike Time, as you can see right there, is also happening this weekend and actually is already underway. So if you got a bike, you might want to head on down there. And you also have a chance to go fishing this weekend and help feed some bald eagles. And all of those fun activities, of course, can be found inside of this week's weekend planner. And really, this is a perfect weekend for it. The weather should be great, and just like it is today. So let's now check in with Storm Teammate meteorologist Scott Larson with a look at your Thursday forecast.
Some comfortably cool nights and mild afternoons. That appears to be the pattern as we approach the weekend. A high of 77 this afternoon in Newaygo, 76 in Big Rapids. Highs are also anticipated to make it up into the mid and upper 70s approaching Grand Rapids. 75 in Wayland today, 76 in Saugatuck, and 77 as you go inland to Ionia. And also further south, high temperatures comfortably in the mid 70s. A little bit warmer as we step into Saturday and Sunday.
Thank you, Scott. And we have time for one more story today, and it combines the Olympic Games and the University of Michigan. 5 Michigan wrestlers will be competing in Paris later this month, and they are getting some world-class training down in Ann Arbor right now. Jack Dole's got the chance to meet and chat with them before they head out to Paris. All 5 of them are in different weight classes, so not only will they not have to compete against each other, they'll be able to root for each other, which is always a great thing. And we're very much looking forward to the start of the Olympics. Again, the games kick off on July 20th.